What's up, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. Today, we've got a really strange one. This is a knife from Cavol Knives. If you know anything about Cavol, their knives typically aren't normal. This one is the Mantis. I don't think it actually says it anywhere on the box now. Really cool boxes, though. It looks like a shipping container. I've always enjoyed their boxes. Yeah, let's jump right into this thing. So this is, again, the Cavol Mantis, a Cavol from Cavol Knives. This is a Tigwas design. Really interesting blade. It's not a cheap blade, but I will say I did find out some stuff about this knife that I didn't know right from the get-go, which is pretty cool. I honestly did not know this was titanium. It kind of shocked me when I found out it was titanium. I didn't know what it was made out of, but it definitely doesn't feel like titanium. And then, of course, the blade steel is LMAX. Now, on the as far as the specs on this thing, they run their LMAX 60 to 62, so fantastic job there. It is a 2.5-inch blade, 7-inch overall, 3.17 ounces. So it is a pretty, you know, I won't want to say it's heavy, but it's heavy for the blade size, in my opinion. It just feels like it's definitely handle heavy, which, I mean, again, you're looking at some big old chunks of titanium, so that definitely does make sense. You do have some really interesting stuff on here. So let's go ahead and jump right on into the knife itself, and then we will talk about all that interesting stuff as we go. So you can see here this very cool texturing. It almost looks like wood. This is actually hand done. So this is hand ground or hand carved, as they call it, into the titanium. So every single knife is different. No two knives are the same. And like I said, this is all hand done. You do have lefty love here on this thing. No lanyard support, but you do have a full length back spacer. Again, from my understanding, that is titanium on the back spacer. Again, just really interesting texture. And like I said, I just had no clue that this was titanium. It doesn't feel like titanium. It doesn't sound like titanium. But on their website, it says it's titanium. So, I mean, and unless I'm just being, you know, fooled, which, I mean, it's not steel. So, yeah, I mean, it's too heavy to be G10. So I don't know. It's got to be titanium. It is a liner lock, so you can see your lock up there. They do a really great job of that. Very cool looking blade. You got your symbol there, and then you have your Tigwas symbol there. Really crazy looking satin blade. Sharpening is done extremely well on this thing. You actually got a heck of a good sharpening choil. Plunge grind's done very well. You can see there the how short that plunge grind is. Great job on that. Tip is done really well. Very pokey, very pointy tip. Centering is done well. Like I said, just a really unique blade. Not my style, and I hate to say it like this, but I damn sure wouldn't pay the money for it. It's a $330 knife. From what I can find on it, I didn't look extensively to see if you could find them any cheaper, but they're listed for $330. Now again, it is a lot of titanium, and it's you know, hand done, hand carved, hand whatever titanium made to look like wood. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. And if it's your jam, like if you love this knife, I get it. It's a beautiful knife. Fits really well in the hand. Like, this thing is super comfortable. Just in the normal grip. And then, of course, you know, there's like all the other, you know, fancy grips and, you know, reverse grips and reverse grips and all that stuff that, you know, nobody's ever going to use unless you're, you know, military, law enforcement, that sort of thing. I mean, the amount of people out there getting in knife fights, I'm sure, aren't watching these videos. But and the normal grip, very comfortable. It's going to open up your Amazon packages with, you know, extreme prejudice. As DBD says, you know, it's going to defend your beef jerky really well, you know, whatever you want to do. Really interesting looking blade. They do offer an Ultim version. You can pick up the Ultim version for $100 cheaper. So for $230, you can get the Ultim versus the titanium. I'm sure it's much lighter. I didn't look at the specs on the Ultim, but again, $100 cheaper for that Ultim. May be worth it if you like the style, but you're you know, balling on a budget a little bit. But even then, $230 is quite a steep price for what you're paying here. I'm not going to say it's overpriced. I'm just saying that's a big pill to swallow for this knife, but it is a very crazy design. Great job on it, honestly. You know, we'll take a look at some of the hardware and everything. I think it's T8 hardware all the way around. It is, and there's only 2 screws. You've got the pivot screw and the pocket clip screws. So those are done very well. Again, ergonomically, it fits. It's so good. Like, I mean, I could murder so many boxes with this thing. Just really, really well done. Yeah, just great. Anyway, that's all I got on this one. It's going to be a super, super quick video, way quicker than normal. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Y'all take care.